Welcome! In this video, we will be going through the Enterprise Services Customer Snapshot and explaining how to read the data within. The snapshot allows Enterprise Services to better interpret the data collected to uncover insights, resolve issues, and make actionable improvements to the human resources services we provide to you. During this training, we will provide an overview of the purpose behind the snapshot, review each page of the snapshot, and break down the meaning behind the charts and metrics on each page. The customer snapshot compiles PAR, payroll, and benefits processing metrics for each pay period into one comprehensive report. The data is pulled from the ES portal and reflects HR tickets and requests. The customer snapshot is released after every pay period, which translates to approximately every 2 weeks. Note that the data will reflect the pay period that has ended, not the pay period in which the snapshot is released. The snapshot will be shared with a select group of stakeholders. It is broken into 2 distinct sections. The first section is a snapshot of the PAR pay and benefits processing metrics for that pay period. The second section focuses on trends across pay periods, giving you the ability to interpret the context surrounding that single pay period of performance through historical data. Now, we'll transition to a walkthrough of a sample snapshot to demonstrate how you would be able to view the data entered. The data provided in this sample snapshot is not real and does not represent actual results from any bureau. You'll be able to tell the pay period the snapshot is from by looking at the title slide and at the top of each page. We'll be walking through each section of the snapshot, including analytics on Ask a Question tickets, PAR processing, payroll processing, benefits processing, general trend reviews, as well as others. The first page of the snapshot covers information about Ask a Question tickets. This page provides customers with insights into how many Ask a Question tickets their bureau is submitting, what channels their colleagues are using to submit tickets, and how efficiently the service center is resolving those tickets. The graph on the left shows the number of Ask a Question tickets received in a pay period. You can see the number of tickets still open, in this example, 85, the number transferred and closed, 138, and the number resolved, 181. The graph on the left shows which channels your bureau used to submit your Ask a Question tickets. In this example, 76% of tickets were submitted by phone in this pay period. The second page goes in depth into PAR tickets. Customers can use this slide to track how many PAR actions are being submitted by their bureau, how efficiently the service center is processing those actions, and which PAR actions are being submitted late or incomplete most frequently by their bureau colleagues. The top left graph shows how many PAR actions from the workable volume were processed during the pay period. The top right chart shows the output of workable PAR actions not processed for each pay period. The first column shows how many PAR actions due in prior pay periods are still unprocessed and will carry into the next pay period, in this case, 62. The second column shows the number of unprocessed PAR actions that are due this pay period that would be carried over into the next pay period. As you'll see in this example, the number is 39, the difference between the 94 submitted and the 55 processed. The two bottom graphs represent customer submission metrics for PAR actions. On the bottom left, the pie chart shows how many PAR actions were submitted accurately, on time, with all required documentation, how many were late, and how many were missing documentation. Any agreed upon exceptions to the PAR submission deadline are excluded from this data. The table on the right shows which categories the late or incomplete submissions represent and how many late or incomplete submissions there were per category. This is an example of what you will see for payroll. Similar to the pages for PAR, customers can use this slide to track how many payroll actions are being submitted by their bureau, how efficiently the service center is processing those actions, and what payroll actions are being submitted late or incomplete most frequently by their bureau colleagues. This is an example of what you would see for benefits. As you can see here, if all submissions are accurate, the table on the bottom right will be blank. We are now moving on to the second section of the snapshot, the trend review. Customers can use this slide to track year-to-year and pay period-to-pay period trends for their bureau submission accuracy and proactively identify when their bureau submission accuracy or where various interventions, including targeted communications and training, are improving accuracy. The two graphs on this page show the trend lines between this current fiscal year and previous fiscal year for the percentage of incidents closed and for the percentage of accurate customer PAR submissions. You can see in this example that in fiscal year 2021, the percentage of incidents closed has been on trend with fiscal year 2020, and that for fiscal year 2021, customer PAR submission accuracy has been trending higher than in fiscal year 2020. On this page, these two graphs show the trend lines between this current fiscal year and previous fiscal year for the percentage of accurate customer payroll submissions and for the percentage of accurate customer benefit submissions. On this slide, customers can track how many open escalations there are for their bureau in a pay period with the top graphs, and they can track overall trends in the number of escalations across their bureau by pay period. These top graphs represent the open escalations for a bureau based on type of escalation, contacts, payroll, PAR, or benefits. The graph below represents all open escalations for all bureaus by ticket pay period. In this slide, customers can track the overall processing quality for PAR, payroll, and benefits actions for all bureaus. The panel to the left displays the aggregate processing accuracy for all bureaus. The graph to the right displays the aggregate processing accuracy by each pay period, with individual percentages at the top of each bar. This data is based on a 10% quality assurance audit conducted on a bi-weekly basis to improve timeliness and processing quality. In this slide, customers can track their bureau satisfaction with their HR transaction. They can watch for drops in satisfaction and raise that to Enterprise Services and help work with their bureau colleagues to proactively intervene. The two graphs on this page provide a breakdown of customer satisfaction by transaction type and request type for a bureau based on feedback received from the transactional survey, which customers receive when their ticket is closed. And that concludes our training on the Customer Snapshot. If you have any questions, please reach out to the Enterprise Services Program mailbox. Thank you.